Infiniti Q50 Nifty City module. Let's begin. Just on clips, use pressure upwards, then out to you, then down towards the armrest. There we go, do it on both sides. Now open up the armrest and pry this upwards. Remember, it's just this piece where the cup holders are. And then bring it out towards you. Remove the shift knob, so there'll be a pin here. Drop this down. There'll be a pin here that you need to slide out towards you. Then remove the shift knob. Move the gear down to neutral and remove this center piece. There will be two screws. One here, one there. Easy as that, just put it to the side. Okay, after you've put this middle center console to the side, no need to disconnect anything. You need to go ahead and remove the vents. Pull from down here. Use a pry tool, please. You might snap the vents. Do it on both sides. Once you remove the two air vents, you should have this so far. You then need to remove a screw here, screw there, and then just toggle the bottom of the screen just like that, and then just remove the top clips. Be careful, there will be connectors behind. Once you remove the top layer or the bottom screen, please disconnect those and put it aside. Once you remove the bottom screen or the first panel, you then need to go ahead and remove the screen so we can go and install the PCB inside this screen. Two screws here, that should do it. Once you remove the two screws for the screen, you then need to go ahead and disconnect everything from behind. Here you can have a closer look at the connectors and what they look like. There's a roughly 32 pin and a 20 pin connector, and then you have color coded connectors there. Don't worry if you're missing some or you have more, it doesn't really matter. Just remove all of these and we'll connect them later. Then take the screen to the workshop. Now, I'll be honest with you all, this part does require patience and a bit of knowledge of what's going on. We do need to connect ribbon cables to install this printed circuit board inside the screen and bring out the LDVS, which should go down towards the module. Let's go ahead and get started. You need to go ahead and remove the two screws on each side of the screen to remove the screen brackets. You then need to remove the 4 screws on each corner of the screen. Once you removed a total of 12 screws, you can go ahead and separate the back plate of the screen. Be very gentle when separating here, because there is a wire connected to the back plate and to the motherboard. That wire is for the fan. You can go ahead and remove the motherboard. There is a screw just in the center of the motherboard, and then you can go ahead and disconnect all the other ribbon cables that are attached to clips very slowly and carefully. If you feel it's easier to work with the back plate separated, you can go ahead and disconnect the fan. It's just off a clip. You can go ahead and put that aside, and you can go ahead and continue working on the motherboard. Go ahead and disconnect the antenna from the board. Go ahead and disconnect this ribbon cable. Go ahead and disconnect this ribbon cable. This one requires you to lift the plastic up, and you can go ahead and slide that out. There we go. You can use a minus screwdriver for this, and this one is also pull the plastic up and then pull the ribbon out of the plastic, and same with over here. Once you've gone ahead and removed the antenna, ribbon cable, ribbon cable, ribbon cable, so there's a total of 3 ribbon cables that you need to remove from this board, you can go ahead and separate the board. In the package you will receive the printed circuit board and some spare ribbon cables. You don't need to use the spares unless you rip these ones. Once you've gone ahead and connected the factory ribbon cable to the Nifty City board, you can go ahead and align the board with the 3 white dots there on the board, and you can use these plastic clips to tie down the board. These plastic clips were provided in a plastic slip. Go ahead and connect those to the board and tie it down. Okay, so you're up to this point. Yes, it might have taken some time to connect the ribbon cables back. You might find it easy to remove this plate here on the side to gain access or ease of access to connect the ribbon cable back to the factory, just for this one. Once you've gone ahead and connected the Nifty City board to the factory and factory back to factory, you can go ahead and connect that screw there, connect the side plate and smack on the back plate again, and off you go. Do not forget to connect the LDVS cable and bring it out of the screen and connect the other side to the module. So you've put the screen back together. This is somewhat what it should look like. You should have an LDVS hanging out from the bottom. You've put the frames back together and you're good to go. Did I forget to mention that it's a good idea to go ahead and try everything before slapping the car back together? Go ahead and plug in both power cables behind the screen, connect the LDVS down to the module, connect this front layer panel as the power is supported through the second screen, then go ahead and turn on the car. Just put in an accessory, and then once it's powered on, go ahead and hold the back button near the dial knob to see if it switches over to Nifty City. Okay, it's gone ahead and switched over. We can go ahead and connect the car back together. Once you've gone ahead and tried the module and it all works, you can go ahead and put the wires aside for now so you can pack the module somewhere nicely in the center console. You can go ahead and remove these two screws down here. There we go, and then these two screws up here so you can remove the head unit. This is so we can plug this bad boy behind the head unit. This transfers the audio from the module to the head unit, which then in turn gives you audio from the module to the vehicle, and using the vehicle speakers. Once you find the identical 12-pin connector behind the head unit, which is around here somewhere, go ahead and connect the Nifty City audio line or AUX harness, and then go ahead and connect the male one to the female Nifty City harness. Then go ahead and connect both auxiliary cables from the main harness of Nifty City, which is down here. Connect these two together. What you need to do is from the screen bring all the cables down and pack the module underneath the center console there. So if you just shove it, there we go. Pack all the wires just along here. You can pack the module safely down there. Okay, go ahead and put all the screws back, 2 up there, 2 down there. Put all the connectors and then put the upper trim. Okay, and you can follow the same steps in reverse. Go ahead and put this trim down, the vents, and this plastic trim here.